Welcome back. In the previous class, we have observed that linearization method or linear approximation is concerned with the local behavior of a nonlinear system. So, what we have observed that suppose that if I have system like x dot equal to fx and x belongs to Rn. So this class of system is also called autonomous system. So using Taylor series approximation under appropriate assumption, I am converting this system like a linear system or linear map, that is like this, where A is the Jacobian matrix and we are performing this approximation. So that is called linear approximation about equilibrium point x equal to 0, and we have seen that why I have selected equilibrium point, because in this way the first term of the Taylor series is equal to 0. So basically whatever resultant system after neglecting the higher order, that is looks like this, where A is the Jacobian matrix. So we have already observed this kind of behavior. So if you see this formulation, so it provides the intuition that nonlinear system is going to behave similarly to its linearized approximation for a small range of the domain, and that small range is about the equilibrium point. So we are not telling that in the whole space linearized system, this is called linearized system x dot equal to ax, that is exactly give the similar behavior to the original system, but at least in the small window. A small window means whatever open interval I have considered for the linearization, in that particular neighborhood, at least I can give a surety that behavior of the nonlinear system is same like the linear one. Now, because all physical systems are inherently nonlinear, so due to this, linearization methods serves as the fundamental justification of using linear control technique in practice. That is, shows that a stable design by linear control guaranteed the stability of original physical system locally. We are not talking about globally, we are just talking about the locally. That is very important observation. So somehow whenever we are talking about the linear approximation, so we are talking about the local approximation. So this approximation is local. So approximation is local. So approximation is local. Now let us try to extend this idea for the force system, and after that we are going to see that whenever I have some real physical system and that is non-linear in nature, then how to design the control. So let us first see the force system. So now I am going to extend this idea for the force system. So I am going to consider the forced system, and we have already seen that that can be represented like this: x dot equal to f xu, where x belongs to Rn. So that is means state in form of column vectors, and after that u belongs to Rm, and f basically map from Rn, Cartesian product Rm to Rn, and I have information of the initial condition of the state. Then first of all I have to decide our point of interest. Point of interest means about which region or about which point I am willing to do linearization, and it is preferred to do linearization about the equilibrium point, because at that time I can give guarantee that x dot equal to 0, so automatically fx u equal to 0. So here I am assuming that my equilibrium point, so equilibrium point for this force system is like this: 0 0 equal to 0. It means that at equilibrium point I am going to seize the control action also, and state both are equal to 0. Here u represent the control action. So now I can convert this nonlinear system into the linear one, and so using Taylor series approximation, so I am going to do the same job. So I am going to convert it like x dot equal to dou f by dou x, and here now you can observe that f is function of x and u. So I have to calculate this particular Jacobian about x equal to 0 and u equal to 0, and after that I have to multiply this with x, and similarly I have to calculate this Jacobian with respect to u also, and again I have to substitute x equal to 0 and u equal to 0, and I have u, and after that I have higher order term. So again I am going to assume that since this is one form of approximation, so higher order term, whatever higher order term I am going to consider, that is equal to 0. So basically in approximation form, and here automatically I am assuming that f is differentiable with respect to x as well as with respect to u. Under that assumption only this approximation we are going to do. So approximation about 0 0, then I can write this thing like x dot is approximated by ax plus bu, and we have already proved that x dot equal to ax plus bu represent the general class of the linear system, and where A is the Jacobian matrix. I have already defined that is dou f by dou x, and I have to construct this Jacobian matrix by putting x equal to 0 and u equal to 0. Similarly, I can also write about the second one. So b can be defined like dou f by dou u about x equal to 0 and u equal to 0. So in this way, any force system can be converted like a linear force system, provided f is sufficiently differentiable in terms of x as well as in terms of u. Now, after this conversion, I can design u such that this whole system become stable, because we have seen that I have only two different goal in control system. One goal is to track some variable, or another goal to stabilize x about the equilibrium point. And we have also seen that in this course I have already told you that I am going to assume that tracking problem can be converted for the stabilization problem about the x equal to 0. It means that I am going to track the x equal to 0 or equilibrium point. Due to that reason, I have just concentrated on the stabilization problem. So before going to the stabilization problem, let us try to see one example that how basically we are converting or applying this kind of technique. So in several problems, there is no need to calculate the Jacobian. By just seeing, one can guess that what is the approximate system just by neglecting the higher order term. So suppose that I will take the following system. So consider the system that is looks like this: x1 dot equal to x2 square, x1 cos x2, and x2 dot equal to x2 plus x1 plus 1 x1 plus x1 sin x2. So you can see that this system is the example of autonomous nonlinear system. So now first I am going to calculate the equilibrium point. So obvious equilibrium point is 0, 0, and I am going to linearize about the 0, 0. So I am going to calculate the linear approximation. So it linear approximation about the equilibrium point, that is x equal to x1 x2. So I have two state variable, that equal to 0, means x1 is 0 and x2 is 0, that I mean. And after that one can easily write x1 dot and this higher order term, so you can just neglect that higher order term. And here cos x2 I have, so if you substitute cos x2, so cos x2 in neighborhood of 0 0, that is approximated by 1, so basically that is 1 x1, or x2 dot can be approximated by x2, and here I have x1 square first term, so that is 0, second term is x1, and after that I have one more term, that is x1, and sin x2 in the vicinity of x2 equal to 0 can be approximated by x2. So I have performed following thing. I am replacing sin x2 by in vicinity of x2 0 as a x2, and finally I can also approximate this as a x1 plus x2 because this is higher order term, so I am considering this is a higher order term, so I am going to neglect this higher order term. So finally I will get, so I can also write the linearized system, and that is x dot equal to 1 plus 0 1 0 1 1, not 1 plus 0, and this is x, and where x belongs to R2, or you can also explicitly you can write like this, x1 comma x2 transpose. So again that is approximated by the linear system. So here just by seeing the expression and neglecting the higher order term, I can guess the form. But if function is very complicated, then you have to perform the Jacobian. So please check by yourself that after calculation of Jacobian also we are going to see the same result. Okay, so I am not going to do that here because that is very obvious. Now let us consider the one force system. So now I am going to take the another example. So that is our next example, and that is based on the force system. So now consider the system, and suppose that system is represented like this: x dot power 5 plus x square plus 1 u equal to 0, and I am assuming that x belongs to R, so first order system, and u belongs to R. So this is our system. Now here I have written x belongs to R, but obviously second order derivative is involved, so this is second order system, but x variable belongs to R, so I have another variable automatically, that is x dot. So in that coordinate this is second order system. So either you can convert into a state space representation or do linearization in this form, that is equally valid. So again I am not going to, in order to apply Taylor series approximation, first you have to convert this system into state space representation, and how to do that, you know, this is not a difficult task to convert any system in a state space representation. So I can convert like this. I am assuming that x1 is x and x2 I have assumed that is equal to x dot. So I can write x1 dot equal to x2 and basically x2 dot equal to, and now just you can collect these term on the right hand side. So basically I have 4 x2 power 5 plus x1 square 1 into u. So this is the second order system. So at that time I am telling that I have two state variable x1 x2 and that belongs to the R2. So I have second order system. So again, in order to calculate A, you can assume like this. It is better to tell that this is f1 x1 x2. Even if x2 is not present, you can assume, and after that you can substitute that equal to 0, and this you can write f2 x1 x2 and u. And now you can proceed like this. If you are willing to proceed in terms of the Jacobian, then you have to write like this: x1 dot x2 dot, that is approximated by dou f1 by dou x1, dou f1 by dou x2, dou f1 by dou x1, dou f2 by dou x1, and dou f2 by dou x2. And during this process you have to substitute x1 x2 equal to 0 and u equal to 0, because from here it is obvious that my equilibrium point is 0 0 provided x1 is 0, x2 is 0 or u equal to 0. Due to that reason I have written, I am assuming that this is my equilibrium point basically. And after that I have another matrix, and that matrix is like this. Now I have dou f1 by dou u1, or dou u you can write, because there is no u1, so I can write like this. And after that dou f2 by dou u. And so this whole thing, I have forget one more term here, so that I am going to do correction. So basically here this whole matrix is going to multiply with x1 x2, and this is going to multiply with u. In this way I can convert this system into the linear system. So this particular matrix is now A, and if you define this as a B, then further I can write like this: this is equal to A x1 x2 I have, and plus bu. So you can see that this B matrix is basically 2 into 1 matrix, because I have only one control, and this is 2 cross 2 matrix. So in this way I can perform the linear approximation of this force system. Another way, just by seeing also you can do. So I'm going to tell you about the some kind of shortcut method. So basically the system can be linearly approximated about x equal to 0 as x double dot plus 0 plus, I am just going to substitute the all higher order term equal to 0. So basically my linearized system is the second order system like this. So in this way also you can do, but most of time if system is complicated, then it is very difficult to apply the shortcut method. So it is always prefer to use the approximation based on the Jacobian calculation of Jacobian matrix. Now let us move to the our next goal. I am going to now design feedback control for the nonlinear system around some vicinity of equilibrium point based on the above concept, and that is also known as the stabilization, or you can also write design via linear approximation approach or linearization approach. Both are same. So linearization approach. So basically, using one example, I am going to tell you about the whole story. So first, but before going to the example, I am going to state the generalized problem, because in this course we have a student from different branches. So you have to design control system for your own system. So suppose that if you belongs to chemical engineering, then you have chemical system. Someone maybe from mechanical, then they have mechanical system. Electrical student or electronics student has some system from their domain. So at that time, let us consider the general system in the generalized representation. So consider the system. So I am going to consider the force system x dot equal to f xu, and whenever I have some kind of physical system, I have already told you that domain state is not going to lie anywhere, that is going to restrict in some region, and control is also going to restrict in some region. Due to that region, I have to specify the domain. So I am assuming that domain equal to dx Cartesian product of du, because in order to see the mapping of this function f, I am assuming this x belongs to this domain, and basically u belongs to this domain, and that is subset of the Rn Cartesian product Rp. It means that x belongs to dx, and dx is subset of Rn. U belongs to du, and du is subset of Rp. So I can also write this kind of things in terms of mapping also. So this is our domain of interest. It means that I am just assuming that my system belongs to this particular domain. So I am not going to consider the whole domain Rn cross Rp. Just I am going to concentrate on dx and du, and I am assuming that equilibrium point is going to lie inside this domain. So I am assuming f 0 0 equal to 0, So that is our assumption, means x equal to 0 and u equal to 0 is the equilibrium point that is going to lie inside this domain. And after that I have to write one assumption, because I am going to do the Taylor series approximation. So this is our assumption, crucial assumption for this kind of design. So assumption is like this: that f xu is continuously differentiable in a domain. And now there is no need to worry about the whole space, because my system is just belongs to this particular space. So that is subset of Rn and Rp, and I am assuming that this also contain the equilibrium point, that otherwise I cannot put first term of the Taylor series as a 0. So origin, it means that I have x equal to 0 and u equal to 0. And now let us come to our goal. So let us write the aim of today's lecture. So aim is, we want to design this feedback is called a state feedback, because this is going to contain the information of states. State feedback control law. And we have already discussed that I can select control law that is either function of a state or function of a state and time. So most of time, if you see design problem, people are just considering control as a function of a state, because if that is also function of time, then problem become more involved and more complicated. And our aim to stabilize means I have to achieve the 0, stabilize this system. And in order to stabilize the system, I have already told you that in today's class I am going to take the help of linear control system. Due to that reason, first goal is to linearize the system about the equilibrium point. So due to that reason, I can also write the linearized system. And whenever you are performing linearization, then you have to specify the point. So I am going to do linearization about x equal to 0 and u equal to 0. But it is possible to show that you are able to do linearization about any arbitrary point. That doesn't matter, and our analysis remains the same, but I am getting some value of the first term of the Taylor series expansion. That is only modification. So basically I have x dot equal to ax plus bu, that is the linearized system, and where my A matrix is dou f by dou x. And in previous example we have already seen that how to calculate the Jacobian matrix. And this is nothing but dou f by dou u, and automatically some appropriate dimension comes into picture, so there is no need to worry about this. So this is our system, and since I am talking about the linear control system design, so I have to select some linear function. So my goal is like this. I am suppose I am going to apply the control action such that the closed loop system is all again the linear. So I am going to design control like this, u equal to minus kx, and now after substituting this control, you can see that our closed loop system can be represented like this, that is x dot equal to ax minus bkx, and that is nothing but a minus bk into x. So now our overall goal, so this is our closed loop system. Closed loop system means system after closing the loop. So now I have to design k such that so now I am going to write the m. So now control problem, actually now this is somehow analysis problem. So what is design problem? Design problem is now like this. Select matrix K such that x tending towards 0 as t tending towards infinity. And this, in order to solve this problem, we have already talked about this kind of problem when I am dealing with the class of basis. At that time I have told you that suppose that if I have two-dimensional matrix like this, so how to solve this problem? So let us try to give some intuition. So intuition is very simple. So what I have told you that suppose that if my system is just a first order system, that x dot equal to alpha into x and x belongs to R, then in order to select alpha such that now select alpha such that x tending towards 0 as t tending towards infinity, and we know that how to do that. So without doing any calculation, you can also solve this problem like this. Since this is one dimensional equation, so what you can do, you can just draw one real line, and after that you can locate your initial condition. So suppose that my initial condition is here. So if alpha is negative, so if alpha less than 0, then one can see that if I start from here, so substituting alpha negative and x is positive, I will get this kind of behavior. From here I will get this kind of behavior. So by seeing this geometrical interpretation, I can tell that in this particular problem, in order to achieve x tending towards 0 as t tending towards infinity, just I have to select alpha less than 0. So after this discussion, I can, and several times I have already discussed about this. So here stabilization problem, is nothing but just I have to put alpha less than 0. Now let us try to see the second order system, and we have already seen about the second order system also. So if I have system like this, x1 dot equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 and x2 dot equal to a3 x1 plus a4 x2, like this. So this is our second order system. So I cannot apply same kind of methodology, but I can select some proper coordinate frame where this system looks like the decoupled system, and after that I will apply the same kind of theory. So in previous class, in class of basis, basically what we have seen that I can write this problem like this also: a1 a2 a3 a4 and multiplied by x. Here x is nothing but x1 x2 transpose of this, and this belongs to R2. After that, and I can represent this by x ax. So here A is nothing but this matrix. And if you remember that class, at that time what basically I am doing, I am constructing some z domain, and that is transformation of x domain, and after that I am writing z dot equal to t. T is some kind of appropriate constant matrix, and dimension of T I can easily guess, that is 2 cross 2, and we have also seen that T is invertible. T is invertible, then only it satisfies the property of basis. So, and like this, so I have T A X, and finally we are writing like, since T is invertible, so like this. And after that, what basically we are doing, by selection of proper value of T, I am converting this matrix like this. So I am going to change the color. So T inverse, that is equal to lambda 1 0 0 lambda 2, and where lambda I is the eigenvalue of a matrix, and in this way one can select the transformation, and then again I can apply the previous intuition. So my resultant system can looks like z1 dot equal to lambda 1 z1, z2 dot equal to lambda 2 z2, and now I have two axes, one axis for z1 and again another axis for z2. So real line 0 0. So now again by this same analogy, I can tell that if I will start, then I can move in this direction. If I will start in this direction, provided lambda 1 less than 0, and similarly here I have, if lambda 2 also less than 0, then I can move like this. So what we observe, that if a matrix, eigenvalue of a matrix all are negative, then I can give guarantee that finally I will get z1 and z2 equal to 0, and once z1 and z2 equal to 0 and T is invertible matrix, so x is also equal to 0. So This class of matrix has some special name. So now I am going to write the generalization. So this is up to 2. Similarly, I can see for nth. So that is called some special matrix, that is called Hurwitz matrix. So Hurwitz matrix means eigenvalue of matrix, means all eigenvalue of matrix is less than 0. Okay, so that matrix has some special name, and if all eigenvalue of some matrix is 0, then what happens, that now you can write the general result, that if my system in this form x dot equal to ax, so and if all eigenvalue of this matrix A is negative, then there exists some kind of transformation, and that transformation is nothing but T inverse, and that is equal to the lambda 1 0 0 0 0 lambda 2 like this, and similarly last one is like this. So I have diagonal matrix where each entry is nothing but the eigenvalue. So finally I have n decoupled system in the Z domain. So basically I have like this, Z dot equal to T inverse Z. So I have system can be looks like this, Zi dot equal to lambda I Zi, or this will true for all I, and I have nth order system, so this belongs to n. So you can also write like this. It is better to write like this, I equal to 1 2 up to n if I have nth order system, and if lambda I is less than 0, then I can, this implies that Zi tending towards 0 as t tending towards infinity. So I can now write the remark, general remark, and this kind of result I am going to use on the next part of this course. So this is very, very important result. So remark is like this. Now if all eigen values of A are strictly, means that is only true if lambda I is strictly negative. If all eigenvalue of A are strictly negative, then the equilibrium point is stable for the actual nonlinear system, because what we are doing, I have original system is still nonlinear, but I am just using linear technique to design the control system for nonlinear system. So due to that reason, whatever conclusion I am doing for the linear system, we are hoping that same kind of conclusion is also valid for nonlinear system. So here now I can also write that when system become unstable, if one of the eigenvalue, if single eigenvalue become positive, then they will destroy our whole result. Now let us come to one example, because we are able to understand that how to select now that matrix K. So just I have to make the, so now let us again come back to our original problem. So our original problem, if you remember, then that is nothing but a minus bk into x. So I have to select k such that a minus bk is Hurwitz. Hurwitz means all values are strictly negative. So this is our the remark, or this you have to remember always, remark. And then you can easily observe that x tending towards 0 as t tending towards infinity. I will tell you what is name of this kind of stability in the next part of this course. This is also called asymptotic stability, but in today's class basically I am not going to talk about the types of stability.